You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in.
All right, y'all. My bad. I had to eat lunch. But y'all know I came to cook. Because didn't I tell y'all this? See, I'm going to tell you something. It's a difference between the real and the fake. And I told y'all all this. There's a difference between the real and the fake. Like, share, subscribe as y'all come on in here. Share the video, like the video. Follow me on Kick, X, all of the social media outlets. Links in the description box below. If you guys want to support the channel, y'all can. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo link in the description box below this video. The truth is out now. Now, I'm just going to say it again. I came in here when all these people was in here capping, lying, telling lies. I told you there's no reason I have to lie. You don't have to lie. And people ran with this lie. I'm talking about Reverend Leon Lanning Love ran with this lie. The truth is out now, though. Didn't I tell everybody watching this video? I told everybody watching this video. And I got the proof today. I had a proof. Because, see, I told y'all this. These people run around here lying. And what lying do is it destroys cases. That's what lying do. People been lying the whole time on both sides. Just lying on both sides. People been lying. Right? It's sad, bro. You can never get a fair, honest trial because you got so many people lying, putting out misinformation on social media. Now, let's get right to the funk. Right? This guy on your screen, stone cold, cold-blooded liar. And everybody that told the same story as this dude, you a liar too. Now, just to remind y'all, the lie he told. Just to remind y'all, the stone cold lie he told. Let's get into it right now. We're going to go and remind y'all of the lie he told.
You seen the video on 2 hours. Was it clear enough or was it fuzzy or what?
No, it was clear. It was It's clear enough where you can see the actual individual raindrops come by the camera.
Okay.
That's how clear it is. You actually see them walking up. You see that Karmelo is already up under there. He's under there minding his business.
Dodging the rain or?
Yeah, it was still raining. You know, right. I'm from Little Up. So that day we were under a tornado watch.
Right.
And we were under thunderstorm warning. And we know we had already had some light rain then, and it started raining again. Then it was over with for the day.
Okay.
So that's kind of what happened on that day. But they were at a rain delay already.
Now,
and so during that time,
first question I got to ask y'all is this. He said, we were under a rain delay and all this other stuff. What do he have to do with anything with this situation? I'm finna show you. I got proof today. Oh, I got proof today. I'm playing this because everybody on YouTube ran with this lie in the black community. It's sad. And I told y'all, you don't have to lie to get to the truth. The truth is always going to set you free. You don't need to push these lies. People out here lying, talking about, man, Ticket. They got the picture of him in the DA. That's a fake picture. I told you that. We don't have to. We don't. As a community, we don't have to lie. People need to stop pushing this fake shit, man. Then they said, "Hey, Ticket, man. You know they said they transferred him to a prison where the warden was relatives with it." That's a lie. He got transferred to a completely different prison. That's a lie. But this is the biggest lie right here. The biggest lie is everybody said, Ticket. Now, I told y'all on this channel, go look at all my videos the other day. I said that 2 people walked up to Karmelo Anthony, Austin and Hunter. I told y'all, everybody was like, Ticket, they jumped the man with 4 people, man. I said, bro, let me tell y'all something right now. And guess what? Today, I told y'all this. Y'all listen to all these liars who just did this for clicks and views on social media. They told lies because they wanted to skew the case. Don't y'all know y'all ruin the case when y'all put out lies like this? The truth on its own merits. You don't need a lie. It's almost like a basketball or a football player who needs performance enhancement drugs. You don't need that if you're the real deal. We didn't need that. But y'all put that salt and that dirt in the game. And we're going to get to it. Listen to the lie this guy told. Stone cold liar. And I told y'all, why would you believe any lie from a guy who's a sex offender? Here it goes right here.
That happened. The twins.
And then let me say this. And then on top of that lie, y'all came and said, oh, Ticket. But it was 15 or 20 other people that saw the tape. I'm about to debunk that today. I got the truth today. I got the proof. Here we go, y'all.
Their 2 buddies and a few other kids, because there was a few kids involved with them. they were all coming from the direction.
Y'all heard that,
of the
right?
middle school.
Listen.
It started raining again, then it was over with for the day.
Okay.
So that's kind of what happened on that day. But they were at a rain delay already. And so during that time when that happened, the twins, their two buddies, and a few other kids, because there was a few kids involved with them, they were all coming from the direction of the middle school,
Right.
coming walking back up.
Right.
On the video, you can see those four that actually was involved, and maybe about 3 or 4 others that was with them, skipping up, trying to catch up behind. One veered off probably toward his way to go to the coach and
Okay.
kind of distract him a little bit. And then the other 4 came walking together. One went in front of them.
Now listen, he said the other 4. Didn't I tell you that's a lie? All them people said, man, I seen the tape, man. They had the tape. They liars, bro. And they going to hell. They going straight to hell. Here we go, y'all. I got the proof today. I'm just showing y'all what he said. So y'all know this is the same lie all these people was telling. The truth will always set you free, and it's going to keep y'all free. Let's go.
3 or 4 others that was with them, skipping up, trying to catch up behind. One veered off probably toward his way to go to the coach and kind of distract him a little bit. And then the other 4 came walking together. One went in front of them, went past.
Right.
The other 4 went and they surrounded Karmelo. You know, if you're Karmelo,
And they showed it on that video.
He said the other 4 went and they surrounded Karmelo. And he said, you can see it on the video. Boy, what type of line they got going on right here? This is a whole new type of line. I'm talking about niggas, and people ran with this shit and made this shit up, y'all. Stone cold lie. I got the truth today. Let's keep going, y'all. Because y'all, everybody in the chat room, remember, press 1 in the chat room if y'all heard everybody pushing this lie that it was like all these people, 4 people that went up and they jumped them, all this other shit, and they hid the pictures. Everybody press 1 in the comment section if y'all heard that. And y'all remember I said this, and niggas tried to tell me, man, Ticket, come on, man. I'm telling you right now, man. Because, see, there was some other people who said they seen the video too. They all liars. They all liars. And I'm going to prove that shit today. Listen to what he's saying.
Right.
The other 4 went and they surrounded Karmelo. You know, if you're Karmelo,
And they showed it on that video.
it's on the video.
Okay, come on.
You can see him walk
I'm gonna
up.
say little
And
stuff.
I'll put
while
it
you
this
talk.
way.
Okay.
They actually tell you when you're watching the video, pay attention to this corner right here, because if you look anywhere else, you might miss different things.
Okay.
So watch those 4. Here they're 4 right there coming up.
Right.
That's exactly what they say.
Okay.
And so you have no way to be confused that it's those 4.
Okay.
So they come up, they surround them, and it's immediate moment of not even a few seconds of pause. Then that's when they jump. And so
they
was,
actually did jump him.
yeah, it wasn't just no touch. It wasn't just
Y'all
all that
did this,
nothing.
right?
Yeah, it was.
Now, they all ran with this shit to incite the black community. I told y'all, I believe somebody put this lie out here because they wanted the black community to go crazy, look stupid, crash out, and catch a body. Because the details of this lie that this dude put out here and all these people put out here, it ain't going to do nothing but cause a bunch of goddamn anger, more anger in the black community, right? I believe somebody did that to make black folk look stupid. I believe it. And I'm going to tell y'all why. I'm going to show y'all this. Watch what I'm telling y'all now.
Push. It was all kind of things, but Austin pushed, Hunter hit, and then everybody swung. But at the same time,
So it's more
Karmelo,
than it's more than the twins that got some licks
all
on them.
4.
So it showed that in the video.
Yes, in the video. So again, you got Hunter and Austin standing in the middle,
Okay.
and you
Now
have
listen to this lying ass nigga. This nigga's a lying nigga. Bro, this man is a liar, bro. How can you sit up here and lie like that when you dealing with youth, bro? And you had all these people on YouTube running with this lie, right? Forget what he said. I'm going straight to the source. The mama and daddy just did the interview. The mama and the daddy just did a full interview. And the mama and the daddy in that interview, y'all, they revealed what's on the tape. Now, I ain't talking about no Tom, Dick, or Harry. I ain't talking about no nigga off the street. I ain't talking about no YouTuber. I'm talking about the mama, and I'm talking about the daddy, right? That's who I'm talking about. The mama and the daddy. This is who I'm talking about, y'all. Now, I need everybody to listen to what I'm saying to y'all. Please listen. Please listen, everybody. Okay? Here's the parents right here. The parents, I ain't talking about nobody else. The parents say, man, this is what was on the video. The parents say that only 2 people approached this man. Didn't I tell y'all that? But niggas was on here lying. And I told y'all, I said, after this case is over with, the parents gonna come out and they gonna reveal the truth, right? And all these people that's lied on YouTube, spread lies. How are they gonna overcome this? Let's go. This is the parents.
He jumped in the pool, and saved the kid's life, which was amazing. I didn't know how great he was.
This is the interview that they did just today, right now. Let's listen, y'all.
Until this tragic. Tragic.
I want to add some things to that. At home, he loves cooking, whether it's in the kitchen, outside, grilling. He makes the best hibachi. He loves running routes and playing soccer with his younger brother, Kingston. He has a brother named Andrew. He's 12, and Andrew is into doing science experiments, and Karmelo loves helping him with science experiments. He loves putting Legos together with his girlfriend. He's just a lovable, sincere child.
Yeah.
You know, do you feel like the world, you know, just going through this trial got an accurate description of who Karmelo really is?
No, we've come to find out, which we were, before all this, we were a family that basically stayed to ourselves. We were very close knitted. My wife's at home. She stays at home. I was working, and we didn't know how cruel the world could be. They have his face plastered all over after while he still was a minor. And it was like, everything was happening. We was getting threats. They docked.
Now, I want to say this to everybody because y'all listen to this part. It's getting ready to come up. I want everybody to listen to this part. Everything's getting ready to get clear. The people that lied on the Karmelo family and said, oh man, they went and bought a new house, all this other shit. Bro, you're liars. It's all getting ready to get exposed right now. All the lies are getting exposed. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. I criticize the parents for 2 things. For hiring that dude that they hired as the spokesperson. And I told y'all while in the video I did today, and I got another video coming out, or I'll show y'all that in this video, and that weak ass lawyer they hired. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. The father, let me say this before we get to this next part. Everybody was criticizing the father for not speaking during the end moment. Just listening to the father, I think he's kind of nervous and shy. I don't think he's a great speaker. And then in that very moment, when your son just got convicted, it was already hard for the mother to speak. So I think, because if you listen to the father, even now, he kind of like, he's not like a great speaker, public speaker. And so your son just got sentenced 35 years. Like he probably wanted to crash out. He probably didn't want to say nothing bad that was going to make them give him even more time. So that's the reason why I think he probably didn't say nothing. Now listen to what I said right now. Here's the part where they talk about the video. They're going to tell y'all about the lies about the people lied. See, everybody lied on every side. So all the people lied about the house, that's getting ready to get debunked right now. He get ready to tell y'all what happened. Right? And the video, when they lied and said, ticket, man. Because, see, I know the girl, this girl named Judy Ann, she said that they had 4 people and they jumped the nigga and they beat him up. I said, man, shut up. Shut up. You lying. Let's go.
I was so clueless and so involved in work. I didn't even know what doxing was. They put our address online. And so we had people coming to our home, so we never had to leave in our home. Like they had us in some type of like what is a protective thing, whatever, to get us, to keep us safe with our other kids.
Right. So listen, he said they had to put him in protective custody. So everybody said, ticket, man, they went and bought a home, man, and used all the money. You an effing lie. That's a lie. They was put, this man couldn't even, this is why I told y'all, I peeped it all out now. He's not a great public speaker. He's like a stutterer. So I understand why he couldn't, like, especially in that moment. He said they put him in protective custody. Listen, all these people lied and said, man, they spent the money ticket and they went and the daddy and them spent it on themselves. Y'all some lying Jezebels. And y'all lied too, who lied on the video. Check it out, y'all. Now remember, they all was saying that boy had 4 people approached him, all of them, Charleston White, all these lying ass, capping ass niggas. Hold on, y'all. I got it right here for you.
The world right now, it sounds unbelievable, the things that he accomplished before this tragic accident. Like, it will really mess you up. And as me being a father, I didn't realize, like him saving a life, I just, as a father, I got caught up in, hey, that's what you're supposed to do. That's your expectation. You know, being a man, hey, that's what we do. We move on. Like him working, hey, man, you're supposed to have a job. I was trying to, he was, you know how it is, that young. It's like, with your girl too much, man. You need to get a job, get a hobby. So he's working, but I kept him busy too. And this whole situation is, the reality of this is that somebody literally walked in his life. You know, literally walked into his life. He did everything by the law, and look where we at.
I want to go back to that day.
Listen now.
That day, that track meet. Were you guys at the event, at that track meet on April 2nd?
No, we were not. I was actually supposed to go to the track meet, but the weather was so bad, I just stayed home. It's like, Mama, don't come. Just stay home. Mm-hmm. And now, looking back on everything, I wish I was there. I regret not being there for my child.
Now, here it go right here, y'all. Listen. Now, hold on. My brother in the comment section. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Because remember, they was all saying all these lies about, I seen the video. Here go the daddy right here. Let's go. Here go the daddy, y'all.
When did you hear the news that there had been an incident that day?
I received an email saying that there was an incident. No phone call, no anything.
You know how
my instinct was because Karmelo, he's the type of child to let me know everything that's going on. And it wasn't like him to not call me and tell me what was going on. So when I received the email, we have like 360. So I went into like 360. I'm like, wait, they said the buses made it back to the school, but Karmelo location is still stating that he's at the stadium. Like, what's going on? So I headed to the school, and that's how I found out what happened.
And how I found out, I was actually in a work meeting, and when she first called me, I thought it was because it was right after April Fools. I was like, oh, y'all playing this, because he doesn't, this is not him. Yeah. So I was like, oh, you playing, all right, or whatever. But she was like, no, he was involved in the stabbing. So when we heard that, I didn't know what happened at the time. And they kept us from everything. Like, they kept us, so we running around from place to place. And it was a very, everything was just moving so fast that day. I'll never forget it. It was just like everything. Then once we found out and he went to his bond hearing, the next day, somebody doxed us. Making, I don't want to say her name, but a lady started making this, they try to blame it on one person, not making it about race. But you had this lady that's went on to talk about white lives and all this other stuff, and now it went boom. The race card started about, that's how Jake Lane and all these other guys.
Did I tell y'all about Jake Lane?
But it was, at the end of the day, this was a kid situation that a lot of adults made about their personal, how they really wanted to feel. This is the time they wanted to show how we really feel about you. Mm-hmm. And they used my stuff, for example.
What did Karmelo tell you happened that day?
Now listen.
I mean, he was sitting there seeing his friend. Once you get the reports and everything, he was actually his girlfriend's cousin invited him to the tent.
Now listen.
So when they invited him to the tent, It just, hey, what's going on, such and such. It was raining. He sat there. Then next you know it, you had these two guys who...
You had these two guys. These mofos be lying on YouTube. Didn't I tell y'all this? They be lying their ass off on YouTube. Lying. Bro, this, I swear to God, I think somebody did this to cause a race situation to get black folks to go out, crash out. Then you send Jake Lang and them up there to the goddamn courthouse, have them go up there, say a couple words, have a black person swing off, and then down a couple Negroes and even the score. That's why I told y'all, don't never push no lie. Let me say it again. Let me say it again. I'm going to push this again to y'all. I'm going to push this again. Hold on. Say it again to y'all. Because once again, I was never capping. Let me rewind this one more time. Didn't I tell y'all this? I told y'all it was two people, but the demo folk didn't know how I know. You better believe I got the best in the city, baby. Let me play it again.
I was just, hey, what's going on, such and such. It was raining. He sat there. Then next you know it, you had these two guys.
Two guys. Not four.
Even seeing the video in court, it was like...
Even seeing the video in court. Even seeing the video in court. But y'all, they lying y'all ass off, boy. This man telling you it was two guys. Didn't I tell y'all this? These mofos lied and put D's on that shit and tried to make it even worse. Somebody put that lie in the community to stir up black folks. This is his own parents telling y'all what happened. So somebody put that lie in the black community. They wanted to stir up black folks and get black folks to crash out. That way, Jake Lang and them, they go up there with their bulletproof vest on. Why you go to the courthouse with a bulletproof vest on unless you ready to do some type of smoke? Then Jake Lang goes up there, and what do he say? Remember, the daddy even talked about Jake Lang. That's how real this shit was. Jake Lang go up there and say, if this jury do not find that boy guilty, we're going to stand on it and handle it ourselves. Tell me that ain't jury tapping like a mofo. Let's keep going.
It was like, I know y'all see this. These two guys who...
Not four guys, two guys.
It was raining. He sat there. Then next you know it, you had these two guys who approached him. Even seeing the video in court.
Even seeing the video in court.
I know y'all see this.
The daddy said, man, even seeing the video in court, I knew y'all see this. Now the daddy say, man, I ain't say nothing because they told me not to say nothing in court. Let's play it one more time. Listen to what this liar said on your screen. I'm going to play what the daddy said. This guy, he's a liar. He said, oh, 6 people came up. One went
twins, their two buddies, and a few other kids, because there was a few kids involved with them. They were all coming from the direction of the middle school, coming walking back up.
Right.
On the video, you can see those 4 that actually was involved, and maybe about 3 or 4 others that was with them, skipping up, trying to catch up behind. One veered off probably toward his way to go to the coach and kind of distract him a little bit. And then the other 4 came walking together. One went in front of them, went past. Right. The other 4 went and they surrounded Karmelo. You know, if you're
the other 4 went and they surrounded Karmelo. This nigga's a lying boy. You going straight to HE double hockey stick, boy. And the daddy say they got, and the daddy and them got the tapes. Now let me play what the daddy said, just so y'all can hear it again. Here we go again. I don't play it through this time.
These two guys who approached him. Even seeing the video in court, it was like, I know y'all see this. I know y'all see this. And we got comfortable with the instructions that we was told. We was told not to say nothing. We was told not to do this. So we did everything we did. We followed all instructions that we were told. Hey, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Hey, don't talk to this person. Don't talk to this person.
Now, y'all know why I think it's bad? It's this bad, y'all. Because the person that they sent out here, this is the original dude that set off that lie. He's a sex offender. He's a convicted sex offender. How the hell is he even around talking about a case like this? And everybody keeps talking about there are 2 different videos. You're a liar. The daddy's telling you what happened. Listen, let me say this again. The daddy is telling you what happened. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. The daddy's telling you what happened. Not no Tom, Dick, or Harry. Not no sucker on YouTube. Not no sucker on X. Not no sucker on Instagram or TikTok or nowhere else. The daddy telling you, bro, it was two dudes. Listen right now. The daddy told you that. He said, I'm in court telling them, y'all ain't watching the same video we watching right now. Them two boys approached my son.
So when they invited him to the tent, you know, it just, hey, what's going on, such and such. It was raining. He sat there. Then next you know it, you had these two guys.
Two guys.
Approached him. Even seeing the video in court, it was like,
listen to that. Even seeing the video in court. So everybody keeps talking about, hey man, bro, listen. He watched the two guys approach his son. If it was more than that, he would have said that. That's his damn daddy. Play it again.
These two guys who approached him. Even seeing the video in court, it was like, I know y'all see this. I know y'all see this. And we got comfortable with the instructions that we was told. We was told not to say nothing. We was told not to do this. So we did everything we did. We followed all instructions.
Hold on. This sucker gonna say that daddy ain't seen the original video, but you did. You're blocked. Get off my channel. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Just get your ass. Hold on. You get out of here right now. I'm getting you out of here. I'm getting all y'all out of here right now. You a racist. You a buck dancer. I'm getting all y'all out of here right now. We not gonna lie. One thing we're not gonna do is we're not gonna make no lie. The daddy said right there. He saw the two people walk up to his son. Are you not listening? Are you not comprehending? They trying to tell y'all that somebody else seen something that their own daddy and the mama ain't see. What type of time is these people on? These people are crazy as hell. Play it again. And yes, when you say block for stupidity. Yes.
These two guys who approached him. Even seeing the video in court, it was like, I know y'all see this. I know y'all see this. And we got comfortable with the instructions that we was told. We was told not to say nothing. We was told not to do this. So we did everything we did. We followed all instructions that we were told. Hey, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Hey, don't talk to this person. Don't talk to this person. It was all this. And look what happened to my son.
Now, listen to that. Now, listen to what this guy said right here. And I'm going to finish playing this. Hold on. Let me finish playing what the daddy said. And then we're going to go back and play with these lying ass people who made this shit up said.
Wish you had talked more, that you had said more, that you had got your story out more.
I call myself trying, sometimes you could do the right thing, but it could be the wrong thing.
Did Karmelo want to get his story out more to the public as well?
He was trying to listen. He was trying to listen to what he was being advised. Mm-hmm. You know, hey, don't make it about race. Don't do this. Don't do this. So we was like, all right, we'll go again. We played the game they wanted. We did everything a law abiding citizen supposed to. They told us don't do this. We did everything we supposed to. And he wanted people, you know, of course he wanted somebody. They got pictures of him being 17 on with a dress on, saying he'll be raped in jail. Like all kinds of these adults are talking about this child, but nobody's seeing it. Like nobody's seeing it. So we can't say anything. The other family, they go paint this lie that nobody still exposed, that he died in his brother's arms. And it was all.
That's not true. Because that is the narrative. Yeah.
No, you never heard it no more. That stuff was a lie. You heard about a bag. You never heard about a bag since trial. That's what I was telling people. A lie is temporary, but the truth lasts forever.
Amen.
Because now it's like harder now. I got to fight to get the truth out. With now he basically had to get the book thrown at him. 35 years, and this county that basically, I honestly feel as though that they manipulate us with a smile. Mm. They act as if they cared, but they really didn't. When they win the jury selection, we seen all the people with the jury selection. I was like, baby, it's not right. But my wife is the type of person I'm not gonna just say us. We're both the type we try to be positive. Hey, we're not gonna look at it. That's not what it is. That's not us. That's what it was.
So even when you noticed there were no black jurors, it gave you pause. It made you want to say something, but you were still going along with the process.
Yeah, I was going on with the process because there's a lot of times when I hope this don't be controversial, but that's the first thing they do is they try to say we're emotional. We don't follow instructions, right? So we did everything that we was advised and told to do, and look what happened.
So who is they? You said that they told you. Who is they?
The lawyer.
Your defense attorney?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we were, because of him being 18, so what they did was they kind of played everybody against everybody, if you could say. I'm not going to say they played us against each other, but it's almost they had him scared, like, hey, this, I'm a lawyer, this. So as me being a father, all right, you're the guy, I'm okay with playing my position. And I don't want to overstep any boundaries. Everybody kept saying, hey, to beat this. I even went to some black attorneys. They're like, oh, you need a white attorney to go out there to fight out there. Remember they was telling us that? They kept telling us that. So everybody like, why you out there? Everybody was telling us, okay, so then we get it. They basically tossed them over. A lot of objections wasn't done. It's a lot.
Now,
wasn't.
Did y'all hear that? Everybody talking about, man, well, black folks. He said black folks sold him out too. He said the black lawyer sold them out and told him, man, you need to go hire the white lawyer. He said they told him, bro, you need to go hire the white lawyer, bro, if you want to win this case. That's like what he just said. He said everybody criticized him. He said they went to hire the black lawyer, and the black lawyers told them, hey, you need to hire a white lawyer. You can't make this up. He said, let me play it again. He said, yo, we went to the black lawyer, and the black lawyers told us, bro, you need to go hire a white lawyer.
You need a white. To beat this. I even went to some.
Listen.
But it's almost they had him scared, like, hey, this, I'm a lawyer, this. So as me being a father, all right, you're the guy,
Now listen now.
And I don't want to overstep any boundaries. Everybody kept saying, hey, to beat this. I even went to some black attorneys. They're like, oh, you need a white attorney to go out there to fight out there. Remember they was telling us that? They kept telling us that. So everybody like, why you out there? Everybody was telling us, okay, so then when we get it, they basically tossed them over. A lot of objections wasn't done. It's a lot that wasn't done.
So do you believe your son?
Yep. This is why you miss Johnny Cochran, man. I'm telling you. You miss Johnny Cochran for moments like this. I've been told, because see, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what happened. Them black lawyers didn't want to touch it. You know why? Because the black lawyers didn't want no loss on their name. They didn't want to lose this case and then you be black and it be on your name. Because they don't think they could have went down there in the deep, dirty South like that, in a racist town, and win. So they said, bro, you need to go get a white lawyer if you want to win down there. But what they don't know is that lawyer, he not going to really embody them like you're supposed to. If you was going to go get a white lawyer, you might as well. Well, Brian's still busy right now. Bro, I'm trying to tell you right now. Right? But for a lawyer to give you 5 hours of defense in a lunch break, bro, I swear to God, man, they'd have locked me up. I'd have broke everything in that courthouse that was my son. I would have broke, I'm telling y'all right now, everything in that courthouse. If he would have told me, yo, we get arrested, I'd have said, what? I'm telling y'all this right. They gave that man 5 hours, bro, in a lunch break. And he said the black lawyer sold him out. They went to the black lawyers. The black lawyer said, nah, you need to go get a white lawyer to win that case.
Received a fair trial.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And we're going to keep fighting. We will not stop fighting for justice for my son.
Yeah, it's hard for us right now, and I've had my moments. We want our children to do better, right? we look at our YNs, this wasn't a YN. So what we gonna do about this not YN? We can make more YNs. Now you got a kid, like I just told you, everything that we're telling you right now is verified. 2 jobs with the HEB Foot Locker. That's who came to the buy-in. His GPA, he still graduated through all this. He still graduated high school. He still graduated. The lady the kid he saved, this stuff really happened. He was never in trouble, and no, he was never suspended for no night. But they had, actually what I learned was they had a smear campaign that they did. I wasn't familiar with that. Like, and a lot of people that we were reaching out with, I understand business. A lot of people, they got a lot of things going on. So we was reaching out, I was emailing, but everybody want to go through, it's kind of a circle thing, which I understand. But I realized through this,
process, dog, through this process, right? It's very saddening, man. It's it hurts me, bro, to see that boy mama like that, bro. RIP to Austin Metcalf, because he's a kid too, bro, and he lost his life. You know what I'm saying? So I never accept that on either level. But I watch that boy mama, boy. I watch this boy mama, boy. I can feel that pain in her, man. That shit did something to me the last couple nights. It did something to me.
Black entertainment is going to have to be, a black network is going to have to be done, because I'm looking for people who would never understand. Yeah.
Didn't I tell y'all that? I said those exact words. I said, you got to have a lawyer that understand, bro, that embody you, that's really trying to put his whole self in that case. Because that lawyer, at the end of the day, regardless of what happened, he gonna go home, he gonna get his check. But when you have a lawyer that's really working, I already told y'all all the things he would have did. They would have went so far in that investigation. Every single aspect of everybody. And the fact, let me tell y'all, the final slap in the face that I felt, that really broke my spirit, and it really made me despise that lawyer they got. It made me despise that lawyer, bro. Is when they got to the last end of the defense, and you saw that the prosecution, think about this, their key witness, Hunter Metcalf, that's the key witness. They didn't even call him to the stand. This is moments Johnny Cochran come up big in the clutch. Because Johnny Cochran, he would have known every single thing about Austin Metcalf, brother, Hunter Metcalf. He would have known everything about the relationship, the dynamic. You know why? They would have did their deep research. And whether you like O.J. Simpson, whether you don't like him, whether you think he's a murderer, whether or not, that case changed when he showed that racism was involved and had a big factor in that certain case, because he brought up an aspect that nobody expected, because they did the work. And in this case, you were supposed to, and I'm going to say this again, to the person who said they can't afford Johnny, sometimes Johnny might have lowered the price for this type of shit. See, I'm going to tell you something. In these type of situations like that, you got to know, I got to know everything about everybody involved in this case. That lawyer didn't do that shit, bro. That lawyer didn't, he wasn't prepared. That lawyer should have had a game plan for everything they did. Y'all not going to call up Hunter? I'm going to call him up. Even if I ask questions that they object to, I'm getting it on the record that they threw that out, that they objected. And whatever they let through, I'm going to make sure we get that on the record, bro. Think about what I just said. Right? Because let me say this to everybody. I don't know the Metcalf boys. But if there's any type of proof whatsoever that they were bullies, that changes everything. But if you're a lawyer and you don't put this man on a stand and you ain't doing your research, you're not going up to the school having PIs talk to students at that school. This is where you get surgical with this thing. I got private investigators going up to the school, asking the teammates, asking the classmates, teachers, staff, subpoena records. I want to know how many times he been suspended, if he ever been suspended. What was he suspended for? Has he ever been in a fight? Come on, man. They gave that man 5 hours, bro. 5 hours, bro. And that man was fighting for 99 years. And he had that man 5 hours and told the parents, yo, be quiet. I got this.
No matter how much you do it, no matter how much you do, they would never see it.
You know, you're saying that as you were watching the trial, as you were in there, you didn't want to question the process. You wanted to let it play out. But was there at any point that you felt the outcome was heading in this direction?
No. Everybody lied. Look at the report. Everybody, it's called what? It's perjury. Everybody did. Basically just did it with no, and they never was called out on it. I mean, literally.
And you know what? I believe them. And I'm going to tell you why I believe all of them lied. Because they all got to live out there. I believe all them students lied because they got to live out there. Remember, these students got to go to class with them. But that's why, God, man, that's why I appreciate Johnny for what he brought to the game. Because that's why when you get a lawyer like that, guess what he going to do? Now what he going to do is he going to do his homework on all the witnesses they going to call. Because they got to give you their witness list. So now when they give you their witness list, man, I'm doing background on every single witness they bring. I don't give a damn who they are. Every witness they got, I'm going to find out if they were expelled from school. They get on the stand. When I do my cross-examination. Hey, so you swore that you told the truth up here today, right? Right. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in trouble in school before? Did you not get suspended 3 times for fighting? Were you not in school suspension 5 times recently? Okay. So, I also have another question for you. That very same day, right? Did you give a statement to the police? No, you didn't give a statement. So who did anybody coach you or tell you what you need to say? Were you coached when you came in here? Remember, you're under oath, under the penalty of perjury. None of this stuff, bro. This is crazy to me, bro. Think about what I'm saying to y'all. And they said black teens said, bro, of course the black people, the black students at his school gonna testify against them. They gotta still go to school. What black student you know that go to Austin and Hunter Metcalf school gonna sit up there and testify against them in that court? And then they got to go home. They got to go home. Y'all not think about this? If you would have had one student that stood up there and said, that's from his school that was black, that said, nah, Austin and Hunter started it. You think they would have had to leave the whole state? Cut it out. They would have had to leave the whole state.
So within an hour when it happened, it was 2 to 3 people. When they got to the trial, it's, oh no, it was, I'm like, wait, what? And don't get me wrong, the defense said, hey, didn't you say this here? Everybody. One girl made up a lie, said it was over a race. That my son had walked up, this how crazy this is.
Yeah.
One girl sat on the stand and said, he just walked up to him and said, what, you want to race? It didn't even make sense. And they asked her, did you lie? She was like, on the stand.
Why didn't the defense call more witnesses?
And that's another thing. He reminded me of something I got a problem with. He reminded me of something just now. The daddy said something I got a problem with. They should have fought to have that televised. See, I'm going to tell you something. This is why you fight to have that televised. And everybody listening to this video right now, I have a video coming out tonight on this channel that's talking specifically about this judge. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you damn right I do. Matter of fact, when I do that video, we're going to get deep. We're going to get deep. Because I want to talk about something with that judge. Right? Because I found something with that judge. I found something about that judge. Right? So I just want to see. You understand what I'm saying? I just want to see some of the things that I looked up, that I seen. Right? Matter of fact. Right? Put this right here. Controversies involving the judges. This was the murder judge right here. I outlined it right there on your screen. Judge John Roach Jr., trial presiding judge. Right? Now, these are some of the controversies that have involved this judge. Veteran judge on the bench since 2007. Right? Retiring end of 2026. Right? He's retiring at the end of this year. Think about this, y'all. Ran a tight, efficient trial, gag order. And look at all this stuff, right? This judge is retiring at the end of this year, right? Right? Praised by some. Now, look, I want y'all to think about what I'm about to put on y'all brain, because I'm too smart for this shit, bro. The judge was praised, y'all. Read the last sentence of the first paragraph I highlighted. Praised by some, for keeping order and making it ironclad against appeal. Criticized by others for media access, favoring certain outlets, and perceived bias. Now think about this. I'll put this on y'all brain. So this judge, he made everything about this case ironclad, y'all, except the jurors can go home every day. The only day the jurors have to be sequestered is the day that they decide on the verdict. And guess what, y'all? Guess what? Guess what happened? Good old Langy Lang took his arse on up to the courthouse. Well, that's right. This guy right here. During the trial. Now, when he was up there, see, I'm about to put y'all on to something that everybody need to think about. When Jake Lang, because remember, the daddy talked about Jake Lang. The daddy talked about how Jake Lang will sit down there. He talked about that in this interview I just played y'all. And I tried to tell y'all about this dude, and y'all trying to blow that shit off. And I told y'all him getting charged and getting $1 million bail was huge because of what he went down there and did. Jake Lang went down there and basically, in lack of better words, not only threatened the jury, but threatened Karmelo Anthony's life. Jake Lang said that if the jury do not find him guilty of first-degree murder, he said, I'm going to stand on it. I'm going to do what I got to do, basically. That's why Jake Lang is right now on $1 million bond. You don't think, and think about this, y'all. Everything about this case was ironclad tight, except that the jury could go home every day except for the day that the jury had to deliberate. Think about what I just said to y'all. So Jake Lang, he goes outside the courthouse and makes this known. Right? And that's why they went. And not only did he go out there to the courthouse, look what else he did, you guys. He went out to the courthouse with that watch guy behind him, with that hat on, with his hands by his waist the whole time. Jake Lang had on a bulletproof vest. Now, why would you go to a courthouse full of police with a bulletproof vest on unless you know what? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now, I want to listen to what he said.
Your community. If you want to lead your community, call out your community for thuggish behavior. They're celebrating
the thug first.
He was a thug.
He bullied
This
that
man
boy
was a
and then
Christian and a student
So
scholar
why is everybody
athlete.
saying he was the bully?
He was a student scholar athlete.
Why?
Question:
Yes, sir.
will you condemn the $600,000 that was?
Now, look at this. This is what he was doing. Now, y'all watch this. After he got arrested, this is what he did. He admitted it. So that's his mugshot. After he got arrested, listen to what he said. He said, they arrested me because I said that if the jury does not find Karmelo Anthony guilty, I'm gonna stand on that shit. Why you think he went up there with a bulletproof vest? And remember, the only thing that wasn't ironclad was the jury going home. So what happens if the jury went home and they seen this? Guess what? Jury intimidation. Jury intimidation. Jury intimidation. Play it again. Listen to what he said. This is after he got arrested, y'all.
Hey guys, it's Jake Lang here. I'm in the Dallas County Jail. They ripped me off the plane today. Dozens of officers treating me like El Chapo. They drove me through the tarmac. They've arrested me for a felony, what's called terroristic threat, simply because I said that if the jury did not find Karmelo Anthony guilty, that we the people will deal with justice.
If the jury did not find Karmelo Anthony guilty, we gonna deal with it. Now, think about what I said to y'all. If the judge locked everything up on this case, except he let the jury go home every day. Nobody else could talk. It was a gag order. But the jury could go home every day except for the day they had to deliberate. Jake Lang was up there before the day that the jury had to stay up there. So the jury was able to go home, go on social media. And when you go on social media, it did millions and millions of views, what Jake Lang said. That is why Jake Lang has $1 million bond right now, because he made those terroristic threats and threats on Karmelo Anthony's life. And he threatened the jury. And this idiot admitted what he did. Listen, he's going to prison for a long time.
Simply because treating me like El Chapo, they drove me through the tarmac. They've arrested me for a felony, what's called terroristic threat, simply because I said that if the jury did not find Karmelo Anthony guilty, that we the people will deal with justice. And this is a...
He said they arrested me simply because I said. He admitted this. If that ain't jury tampering, I don't know what is. I don't know what. And then, not only that, remember this now. Not only that, check this out, y'all. He goes outside the courthouse, right? And this is where he told him to hang that boy.
Where's the justice? 400 years. Where's the justice? 400 years. Karmelo Anthony should be swinging from a tree outside this courthouse.
No. To the person in the comment section said, depending on how you phrase this comment, ain't no depending on how you phrase this comment. You know why? Because Jake Lang also threatened to put a bullet in that boy's head, and he threatened, and he said that boy need to be hung. So there is no questioning. Here's the video right here of him saying that that boy needed to be hung right outside the courthouse. I'll play it for you.
Oh, that's not surprising at all.
You heard what he said? By one of these trees. Listen to what he said. Now, did y'all hear what he said? He said he should be hung by one of these trees. Listen to this stuff.
Community. You don't stand on shit. What Whatever you talking about, the motherfucking lie. And you motherfucking know it. I don't give a fuck. Whatever
Then he said he's chimping out. This is the stuff he's doing, right?
you talking about, the motherfucking lie. And you know it. Fuck you.
Then look.
Low impulse control in this community. This community does not teach people to respect personal boundaries. It does not teach people to talk with respect. And that's why Austin Metcalf said, because of your failure as black parents. Failures as black parents. Failures.
Y'all hear this? Now think about this. All those other white people was out there. They went out there to protest, right? They didn't have on no bulletproof vest. He was the only one that put on the bulletproof vest. Why? Because he was the key one that was provoking all the black folks out there at the courthouse. Why? Because as soon as one of them black folks jumped on his ass, you see that boy right there behind him with that hat on? They in Texas. Oh, you know he's strapped up, and you know I see everything. I see everything. Watch that boy behind him right there with that hat on right there. Oh, he got his hands on his waist the whole time, and he ain't even looking at him. He looking at whoever might jump. Because check it out, y'all. He put on that vest. One of them black dudes jump and swing off on this dude. He pull out his blicky and start firing. Guess what? You know, bullets can go through a body and go through another body. But if he got a vest on, he got a better chance of not getting hit. Why y'all think his buddy Chud used to walk around with a bulletproof vest too? Because what they would do is they would antagonize black folks, dare black folks to do something. And then when you do something, then they'll say, hey, I'm going to catch a free body. Now, he bought this shit. He's from Florida and bought this all the way to Texas. Threatened the jury and everything. And now he got $1 million bond. He ain't getting out no time soon. And he's probably going to do a lot of time in prison. And the problem is that we have the tape. We have the videotape now. And we have the audio tape of him admitting on tape of saying that if the jury did not find Karmelo Anthony guilty of murder, that they would deal with it themselves. That's jury tampering like a mofo. Listen right now.
Ripped me off the plane today. Dozens of officers treating me like El Chapo. They drove me through the tarmac. They've arrested me for a felony, what's called terroristic threat, simply because I said that if the jury did not find Karmelo Anthony guilty, that we the people will deal with justice. And this is a
game over. Game over. Game over. They got now. If I'm Karmelo Anthony's parents, if they hearing this, y'all need to take this and take this with y'all appeal. He's already been on he's already on $1 million bond. He made terroristic threats outside the courthouse and he threatened the jury. And y'all need to add in that day he said that the jury was still not sequestered. So the jury was going home when they heard all those threats he was making online that went viral on TikTok, viral on X, viral on Instagram, viral on Facebook. Remember that now. Remember that now. And this is not a freedom of speech violation because you cannot make terroristic threats. Right? That's his charge. And I got the case up here. See, y'all don't know. I'm already built for this shit. I got the paperwork up here, Playboy. See, you talking. You talking. I see you in the comment section. You talking. I got the paperwork right here. I got the paperwork on it right here, Playboy. Yeah. It's bad, buddy. It's bad, buddy. It's bad, buddy. Yeah. I got it right there for you. Let's finish hearing what this boy parents had to say.
That's not my department, and I apologize for that. I don't have
as you look at it and I'm not an attorney, but I'm hearing you and you're telling me all these wonderful things about him. And I'm just wondering, did the jury get to hear, all of these wonderful things about Karmelo?
No, they didn't. Even when the one
didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all this? Bro, the parents are telling y'all everything I told y'all the last 3 days. I said here, everybody that's been listening to this channel chat, I told y'all this. I said, bro, the lawyer didn't even have character witnesses. He should have had 1,000 character witnesses. Listen, the lawyer should have subpoenaed every single teacher for Karmelo Anthony, right? He should have subpoenaed the principal. He should have subpoenaed classmates. They should have subpoenaed all those people to testify and attest to this man's character. How don't you do that in a murder trial where they're trying to paint him as a thug when he has no police record, no tattoos, no gang affiliation, never been in trouble, straight A student, honor roll student, and he's a superb student athlete, and you don't have character witnesses to come down there to talk for us? That's why I've been trying to tell y'all. I was saying this the whole time. For the last, 4 or 5 days. The lawyer took that money, man. The lawyer took that money, bro. And I'm going to tell y'all something. See, that lawyer, just like them students, he got to live down there. That lawyer got to live down. This is why they should have went and got an out-of-state lawyer. See, an out-of-state lawyer, when you got a case like that, never get a close in-state lawyer that have close ties to all those people. The lawyer, they all know each other. They all got different cases. They know each other, bro. At the end of the day, they may go out and have donuts and a coffee 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month from now. You're fighting for your life, man. I got to get somebody that don't know none of these people, bro. They could be cutting side deals, doing that, doing this, doing it. Man, ain't no way. And remember, all those people, they know they got to live down there. Right? People in this economy we live in, people ain't got the money to just get up and just go. Come on, bro. Y'all got to use y'all brains, man.
Was the corporate of all this, meaning the kid who invited them to the tent? He lied on the stand and said he didn't even know him. Yeah. And they had pictures with his grandmother. Like, here's your grandmother, my son, your grandmother. Their whole family got multi-time, play basketball together, all kind of different things. And
yeah. I mean, all of the witnesses' statements and stories were inconsistent. So we thinking that the jury is going to notice that. But they already had their mind made up when they sat in that courtroom. Their mind was made up already.
How big of a role do you guys believe that race?
That's why they got to, hey, Karmelo, if y'all parents listening, Karmelo Anthony, the parents listening, that's why y'all got to use this as a part of y'all appeal too. That Jake Lang took his racist ass down there and disturbed those whole proceedings when, once again, the jury was not sequestered. Think about this. The judge locked down everything else. Now, peep this now. You wouldn't even put it on TV. You locked down every other aspect of the courthouse and of this case. But you let the jury go home every day and hear the news? See what's online? And to the person who said the jury was sequestered, they were not sequestered. That's a bold-faced lie. The jury was not sequestered until the last day when they had to deliberate. Stop lying. You guys come on YouTube and lie, bro. I seen you lie, brother. You don't have to lie. Hold on. You don't have to lie, brother. Your name is Curtis. You don't have to lie. Talking about the jury was sequestered. They weren't sequestered. The jury was only sequestered. And matter of fact, they didn't get sequestered because they went home the same day. They went home the same day. So see how the lies they push? I'll put this comment on the screen so y'all can see this. Do y'all see the lies they push? These people don't even do their research, bro. They just come on YouTube just lying. Just lying. Right? It's sad, bro. Right? It's sad. That you'll come on here and lie like that, bro. And it breaks my spirit that people come in here lying. Matter of fact, I'll prove it to you. Because I know y'all want me to prove this shit to you. I come on YouTube. I don't come on here faking and telling lies and shit like that. I come on here tell the truth. Because the truth always gonna set you free. When you walk in the truth, can't nobody put no lie on you when you walk in the truth. Read your screen, baby boy. I know sometimes it might be crazy. Was Karmelo Anthony jury sequestered during the trial testimony? No. The jury in Karmelo Anthony murder trial was not sequestered during the trial testimony. They were only allowed to go home. They were allowed to go home, right? Each day during, right? The evidentiary phase, testimony and evidence presentation, right? Remember I told y'all this? Sequestration only applied or was planned to apply for deliberations after the closing arguments, right? Read the next line, the key details. The judge, John Roach, instructed the jury to bring an overnight bag in case deliberations extended beyond the first day, which was Tuesday. Didn't I tell y'all this? And I bring y'all the facts over here, bro. I don't come on here and do no rumors on YouTube and rumors on X and line. Bro, you got to tell the truth, man. The truth always going to set you free. So this liar going to say, hey, man, well, they was, you know what I'm saying? They was, no, bro, I don't want to hear about what's your stance, brother. You came in here and lied. You said the jury was sequestered and they weren't sequestered, bro. So you came in here already put out false information. I already told you what I think happened. I'm going to say it again. I will tell you once again what I think happened. I think Austin and Hunter Metcalf took their big asses over there, walked up to Karmelo, right? Instead of trying to, you understand what I'm saying? And let me say this to you. I put all y'all on the spot. See, I call out stone cold racist because let me ask you this question. If you are a good person of a good spirit, can a black man sit in your tent in the pouring rain? Can a black young man sit in under your tent in the pouring rain? If we're in the year of 2026 and a black skinny kid cannot sit underneath, let me say it again, and that's a lie. You said only Austin approached. That's a lie. Hunter said he approached too. You're a liar, sir. Hunter went on the news and said he approached him too. Stop lying. You're talking about his brother was on the other side of the tent. Bro, you're a stone cold liar. His brother literally did the interview. You said, just lying, I'm going to block you. You're a racist, brother, and I'm going to block you. You're not only are you a racist, you're a liar. You're blocked. You're a racist, you're a liar, you're blocked. I don't take that shit on no side, brother. On no side do I accept that. You're blocked. Get out my channel. You're blocked. You're blocked. I don't have no reason to lie. I told y'all, these dudes come in here and lie all the time. And then when you debunk their lies, they go to another lie. See how I debunked this lie? Oh, dude, the jury, they were sequestered. No, they wasn't. That's why when I told y'all about Jake Lang, Karmelo Anthony parents need to take that shit to the appeal. Period. They need to take that shit to the appeal that this man made a terroristic threat that he is now in prison for and that he is facing $1 million bond for. This shit real. They need to take that shit to the appeal process and say, hey, we need to get a new trial and a new jury because we felt like this jury was tampered with. Because this man who doesn't live in Texas, who has no reason to be in Texas, came from Florida to Texas just to talk shit and cause controversy. And not only did he come, he came in a bulletproof vest. So what was he looking for? You go to a courthouse full of cops in the courthouse with a bulletproof vest on. What are you looking for? You looking for problems. Now, you see what I said to y'all? And these dudes right here, like I said before, and to the person who said all I hear is emotion, no, you're hearing facts. I'm giving you facts. Jake Lang right now is in jail, crying like a little hoe. That's facts. They didn't give me a blanket, man. They didn't give me a meal, man. Donate to my gifts and go, man. Or I'm going to be here for most, man. They didn't turn off the lights at night, man. This is what he's doing. Those are facts. You go look right on his X. It's right there on his X. He's crying and complaining. All the black bodyguards and police guards, they beat me up, man. The man ain't got no marks on his face. No marks on his body. Cut it out, man. And this what we doing? This what we doing? So, and I see you a stone cold racist and get you out of here too. You a stone. And see, here's the problem right here. To you racist, Austin Metcalf's father denounced racist. He don't even stand with y'all. That's what he say. His daddy say he don't even stand with y'all racist. He told Jake Lang, take my son off your page. This is why you go up to a higher court with your appeal and you bring all this information. You present all this information. Right there that I just showed y'all. All of it. Right? Why do y'all think they arrested Jake Lang and got him on $1 million bond? You think they got him on $1 million bond and arrest him for terroristic threats for no reason? Make it make sense. And then he even went and admitted. Think about this, y'all. He even went and admitted, y'all. Jake Lang went out and admitted. He said, yeah, man, they arrested me because, I said if the jury doesn't find that boy guilty, we're going to handle it ourselves. Right? Think about that. Think about what I just said to y'all. Let's finish listening to what the parents had to say.
To how this case was publicly viewed and how this outcome, this sentence was handed down.
They played a big part. Race, politics, all that. I'm like, man, the kid don't even vote. How he got into it? There was a lady talking about the left side and the right side. Like, what? These are kids. They put I feel like you had a certain group that of course they're going to blame us, that strategically made this about this because they knew they could do that smear campaign. Like they said, we went and bought a new car and house.
See?
Yeah.
Lies.
And it hurt me with all my people. My people really believed instead of
they believed it. I told you this. Didn't I tell y'all that? They believe that shit. Everybody was coming my check, but ticket. I'm gonna tell you something, man. The daddy was tricking money off on the cars and house. I said, no, he didn't. Gibson and Go said they ain't even released the money to them when y'all was saying that bull job. Now that father said, man, my own people hurt me when they were saying I was doing that, bro. He couldn't say nothing the whole time because the lawyer told him, shut up. Come on, bro. Y'all nigga believe in this? Y'all believe in this? And y'all said all this? Hey, ticket, man, the daddy took all the money, man. Y'all, I told y'all straight up, y'all lying. All the way across the board lies.
And doing improper research. They had people really bashing us. I'm like, y'all really believe that? Who could buy a house in 4 days?
In 4 days.
4 days. I know we may sometimes we may not make the right decisions, but come on now, like that didn't even make sense. They said it was going on extravagant trips. It's a lot of things that they did to us that just,
There was a lot of misinformation that was going around, especially, in the beginning. And, I know your family had to move a couple times because you were doxxed. And, I can't even imagine how Karmelo going through that, trying to finish school, fighting, for his freedom. And you guys have other children, so much on you as parents. How's your other children handling this?
Now we had to end up taking them out of school because they had TikTok videos with my son with semen coming out of his mouth because it was him saying go get raped in jail. And it's just like, that was my daughter, my princess. She had to go through that. The other boys, we was in a pretty blessed community. That's why I hope a lot of people get this message. It don't matter where you at. It don't matter where you at. We was supposed to be in the safest place, but it's like they're telling us that you could be assaulted, but you better not fight back. That's what this is what this case is saying. It don't care. It could be 2-3 people, size. It don't matter.
Yeah.
So that's what this case is really all about. The family is saying now, I just got a message, they saying they were robbed. Now they were robbed. Mind you,
They as in the Metcalf family?
I just got this thing just popped up saying they saying people are robbed. If we don't get the message now, and it's not because it's our child, we would never get it. This is the most crucial time ever, especially if you have kids. Because again, you see, the child I'm telling you about right now, we all look for this. That's why they try to paint that picture. They painted the picture, and he didn't look for this. Just walked into his life. Literally, matter of fact, they say like this: the evidence shows he jumped 3 bleachers to get to him.
Now,
So
they jumped 3 bleachers, their boys, to get to his son. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. 3 bleachers.
jury hear that information, and is that information on the video?
That's on the video.
And they have
It's on the video.
made their minds made up.
My mind was made up.
Already made up.
3 bleachers. Some say 1, some said 3, some said 5. They all there.
He said the people gave a different report than what was on the video. He said on the video you can see they went up 3 bleachers, but you had some kids saying 5, some kids saying 1. But that's crazy.
This was inconsistent.
Tell us, because we haven't seen that video. What did that video show?
Listen now. What did the video show? She asked.
The video showed, honestly, you can show that you can see him coming into the tent, sitting down, and then it's like it started getting a little like
Fuzzy.
you couldn't tell the people. But you know, we're experts. Let me tell you what the DA did. They put a spotlight on the boys, right? So you could see them, right? But they never put a spotlight on Karmelo. And the reason why is because, of course, they was trying to make their side look like, oh,
Now, remember these liars told y'all, hey, man, the video was clear as day. It was clear as day. Bro, this man's telling you what the real video showed. Can't 2 videos show a different amount of people? If 2 people walked up and he saw 2 people walk up, another video from another angle ain't going to show 5 people walk up on him. It's either going to be 2 or it's going to be 4 or it's going to be 6. How many was it? He's saying his son told him it was 2 and the video verified it was 2. That's what he said.
It wasn't that bad of push. The whole thing moved. Even the guy EP said in his statement, it was so bad to where it pushed him out the way. Because it's some pretty big kids. Mm-hmm. They're real big. They're bigger than me, actually. Mm-hmm. So it's like they tried to minimize their doing, but I've heard people who would supposed to be justice in Texas, if I threaten you when I'm lying, you have the right to do whatever force if you feel for your life.
So the video showed. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kayla.
No, he said if you fear for your life or
seriously body home, yeah. Mm-hmm. Or they were trained judicial fighters too.
Mm-hmm. And so the video that you all that they showed in court, it shows him running away from.
Yeah, he ran to the teacher. The teacher said that the teacher he ran to a guy, and the teacher he ran to actually he hugged him because Karmelo, he's not like that. He hugged the guy. Like he was freaking out. He hugged the guy. So the guy they was hugging. He was crying hysterically, and they tried to paint it as if he was trying to leave. But now, then in court they said it that he wasn't trying to leave.
Yeah. Now, did this teacher testify?
He did.
Yes. And he also said he had to stop another kid from jumping on Karmelo, which was, guess what? Supposed to have been a person that was his friend.
Mm.
The guy who, hey, man, come on, look, hey, if you've been to high school, think about it. The guy that told you.
See, nobody talk about this. He said the same guy that invited him over there, once Karmelo ran over to the teacher, he said that guy tried to jump on Karmelo. Nobody told y'all that. See, that's really what the video showed. They didn't nobody said that until his daddy just said that. I ain't heard nobody say that. Let me rewind that part right there. I ain't heard nobody say that The daddy say in the video, it show when Karmelo ran back to the teacher that the dude that invited him over there tried to run down on him while he with the teacher. And the teacher had to stop it. Didn't nobody who said they saw that video say they saw that? Make it make sense. And to the person who keeps talking about the original video, shut up! Shut the hell up! This is parents, man. What the hell is wrong with you? If I got a grainy video, if I got a 4K video, I could be able to tell if it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 people that walked up. The man said his son told him it was 2 people. Then he said the video he saw was 2 people. What the hell is wrong with you people? They don't come in the comments and say, ticket, but the other video, shut up! What the hell is wrong with these people? He telling you his son himself told him it was 2 of them that approached me. And then he said the video confirmed that. If there's another video that's 4K, it's not going to show you more people than what you saw in a video that's 3K. What do you think? More people going to start popping out your eyeballs? What's wrong with these people? What do you mean when it comes out? The parents talking about it right now. Like, Lo, I don't think people understand English. The son, who is the person that's involved, said that 2 people approached him. 2. The father said that the video confirmed that. In fact, the father said not only did the video confirm that, he said when his son went down and ran to the teacher, he said his son ran to the teacher, hugged the teacher, and the same dude that invited him to the tent tried to run down and chase down on him. Listen to what the daddy said. How you not listening to what the man parents said, who not only talked to him, but watched the film themselves? What's wrong with these people, bro, on YouTube, man? Bro, a mind is a terrible thing to waste, bro. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Kid from jumping on Karmelo, which was, guess what?
Listen.
They tried to paint it as if he was trying to leave. But then in court, they should have said it, that he wasn't trying to leave.
Yeah. Now, did this teacher testify?
He did. Yes. And he also said he had to stop another kid from jumping on Karmelo, which was, guess what? Supposed to have been a person that was his friend. The guy who, hey, man, come on, look.
The guy who, hey, man, come on. Eddie. Bro, come on, bro. The daddy telling you what he saw. So I don't care if you got a 10K video. It's not going to show more people than what ran over there to that teacher either. Right? Come on, man. And the dude told y'all, he said, 3 people chased him. The daddy said the only person that chased him was that boy Eddie. This is crazy, bro.
If you've been to high school, think about it. The guy that told you to come over here, you're sitting down, the same person who could have de-escalated the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Trying to go after him. And that's the same.
Game over. They never told y'all that. Why didn't any of these people tell y'all that? Because they lied. They never saw no tape. They're fucking liars. He's telling y'all. The daddy's telling y'all. The same dude, Eddie, that told my son to come over there, he flipped on my son. He said as soon as that popped off, Eddie then turned around and tried to run down on my son when my son was over there with the teacher. Nobody told y'all that. You know why? Because they lied. His daddy said that's on video. And he said that Eddie, the same dude that invited him over, didn't even de-escalate the situation. He didn't even try to de-escalate it. Now, if that ain't low down, I don't know what is. Then they put Eddie on the stand, and Eddie said, "No, that's not my friend." Then when they showed pictures and showed that they was cool together, they was together, Eddie was bro, this is diabolical work.
A kid from jumping on Karmelo, which was, guess what? Supposed to have been a person that was his friend. The guy who, hey, man, come on, look, hey, if you've been to high school, think about it. The guy that told you to come over here, you're sitting down, the same person who could have de-escalated the whole thing, he was trying to go after him. And that's the same guy that was playing like he was videoing, but they couldn't find the video. He was the police didn't really even try to go through his phone. They even look for the video. So he said he was acting as if he was recording.
Now listen. Listen now.
Go through his phone. They even look for the video. So he said he was acting as if he was recording.
Now, when he was running, was this before or after the incident happened?
It's after the incident.
This is after the incident.
That's why they came up with I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
That's why they came up with the narrative that he
was running.
Yeah, he threw the knife. When he threw it, he didn't throw the knife. His hand was cut. So it's a lie that when the video shows, if you ever been on high school bleachers, you're not on the stairs. You know how you try to run. So imagine trying to run up, he fell. So what you think fell? He only went up. They caught it in 3 bleachers. It was like 3 bleachers up. It was 3 bleachers up. So when you could see him get up. You could tell he dropped it. Then he stood up. He didn't know where to go. Then he ran down, fell, and they was coming after him. He ran around and ran to a coach.
So did the video show the altercation of them approaching him?
Listen now. Listen. She asked the right questions. Did the video show the altercation? Now remember, sex offender over here that I showed y'all, Mr. Sex Offender, he said, right? He said that the video showed, Mr. Sex Offender told y'all, man, the video, man, because see, yeah, that video, I'm telling you right now, man, see that video, man. See, I'm telling you right now, man, that video, bruh. Now, he told y'all a whole different, now listen to what the parents say. Yo, Shorty asked great questions. Let's get to this.
You could tell he dropped it. Then he stood up. He didn't know where to go. Then he ran down, fell, and they was coming after him. He ran around and ran to a coach.
So did the video show the altercation of them approaching him first and then the confrontation? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you talk to your defense attorney about any of these concerns that you had as the trial was playing out, or even now that the trial is over?
100%. I mean, I'm actually praying that somebody send us somebody that we get sent somebody that can help us. It's kind of like I'm still right now in shock, so I'm just moving on and drilling right now.
So you're looking for a new defense attorney
Damn right.
for a future appeal process.
Yeah.
And did your defense attorney say anything about how he feels or they feel the case went?
First interview.
Now listen.
No.
She asked a good question, but I wish she would have asked. I wanted to say this to everybody. I wish she would have asked him for clarity. Did they pummel him or beat him down, or did they push him and you know what I'm saying? And it got a scuffle. Because old boy was saying, oh man, they beat him up. They put him in the headlock, all that. The daddy didn't say none of that. Think about what I'm telling y'all. The daddy would have been saying all that if that happened, bro. That's why I told y'all these people lying their ass off.
I'm going to say they gave us the corporate answer. They gave us the corporate answer,
And did Karmelo want to testify in his own on his own behalf and was
it was based on everything. It didn't need nothing because everything they said when it's self-defense, they have to prove it. They never proved it.
okay? So that was never because I know there was this pause, and a lot of people thought that we were going to come back and he was going to take the stand, and he didn't. So that was never an option. That had never been discussed.
I totally disagree with the father right there. Your son got to defend himself, bro. If he's telling the truth, he got to defend himself, man. And again, RIP to Austin Metcalf, bro. We don't celebrate no murders. We don't celebrate the death of nobody. You understand what I'm saying? We don't celebrate the death of anybody, right? Point blank, period. Don't come in this comment section with racist comments. Don't do that, bro, because I'm not a racist.
Stand.
That's why we just need we need somebody who's gonna fight. That's what I can really say right now. We just need somebody going to fight for him. Because their whole thing was he provoked it. That was their entire case. He provoked it. That's what the whole thing was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what do you want the world to know about who Karmelo is and what your family is going through right now?
We're going to hell. Doesn't feel real. We feel like, it just don't feel real. He's a good kid. The receipts show he wasn't a YN. We as adults, we're not helping with the YNs.
Right.
We could look at the tragedy that happened, but it was by the law. The law supposed to cover us. So anybody who feels any way different, I honestly feel like, it's okay when as long as the devil don't knock at your door. Because I was clueless like that too. Hey, man, it never happened. It would never happen to me. It would never happen to us. Because, we stayed in our lane. We worked. Nice neighborhood. We were doing good, but these people basically made it their. We just had comments where people say, "Yeah, we sending y'all back to the hood. We sending y'all. Yeah, y'all don't deserve what y'all have." He said it in court yesterday. Forgot. He said that they told my son to look at me when I'm talking to you.
Who said that?
The dad, the son, both of them said, "Look at me while we talking."
Oh, that's crazy. They said that boy daddy told him, "Look at me when I'm talking to you." That's crazy, boy. Boy. I didn't even know that. He said that Hunter and his daddy told him, "Look at me when I'm talking to you." That's crazy. And that's why the daddy said last night on that live, he said he wouldn't even look me in my eye. Karmelo wouldn't even look at him. That's what he said. That's what the father said last night. The father said Karmelo wouldn't even look at him. It's wild, man.
They said, "Look at me while we talking." What? Yeah.
The dad, Metcalf's father, said that to Karmelo.
And the son. The son came out. The son came out. He eventually got to understand for the impact statement, but he didn't want to get on the stand, and I even tried to get people to I even try to get them to call him. But
that's crazy, bro. My spirit is broken right now. My heart is broken. Didn't I tell y'all this? Everybody be talking all this trash to me. Didn't I tell y'all yesterday? I told everybody in this chat who've been hearing me say that for the last 5 days that they should have put Hunter Metcalf on the stand of defense. Press 1 in the chat room. I just want to make sure I've been telling y'all this the last 4 days. I said, why in the hell didn't they put Hunter on the stand? He is the key witness. He's the guy that's right there. The daddy's telling y'all right now everything I was saying the whole time. The daddy's saying, bro, I tried to tell him to put Hunter on the stand. Oh my God. How does the daddy tell you to put the number 1 witness on the stand and you don't put him on the stand? Bro, they have to have a lawyer investigated. I'm convinced. They got to have a lawyer investigated. Hey, you guys, I'm convinced. The lawyer have to be investigated, bro. He had to be investigated, bro. If they ask you, yo, bro, why you put this guy on the stand, bro? Ask this guy, and he don't even put him on the stand? To the person who said Hunter wouldn't come to the courthouse, that's not true. Let me say this again. Everybody's putting out lies on YouTube. I have to debunk these lies. That is not true. Hunter was demanded to not come by the judge. The reason why Hunter was demanded to not come by the judge is because if Hunter was called up, they didn't want him to hear nobody else's testimony. So the judge blocked Hunter from coming to the court until the very end. That's the reason why. So don't lie and say, oh, well, Hunter, he wouldn't come to the courthouse. That's a lie. The judge told him, don't come to the courthouse. The reason why they told him don't come to the courthouse is because they legally could not have him in the courthouse because they didn't want him to hear nobody else's testimony in case the defense called him to the stand or the prosecution. Stop lying, bro. Y'all gotta stop lying on people. I'm not with the lies either way. Learn the case. And don't just come to YouTube putting out lies. That's what killed the whole game. Is on both sides, they lying. On both sides. And I'm gonna say this again. And I don't give a damn what nobody say. When Austin Metcalf daddy, when they had their press conference, and Austin Metcalf daddy pulled up by himself and wanted to pray, they should not have rejected him. They should not have rejected him. What they should have did was, because he came up by himself. The daddy went up there by himself. What they should have did is they should have had a respectable conversation. And they should have told him, our son did not try to kill your son. He felt as if it was self-defense because your son, they should have told him exactly the truth about what happened. That they felt like it was self-defense of his son. Bro, they should have, the fact that they let that dude push that son out, push the daddy out of there, and they called the cops to get the daddy removed, that destroyed the case. That put the evil in that daddy's heart. And now that's why the daddy's saying he gonna fight to make sure he don't never get parole. See, let me tell you something. When you always have an opportunity to make peace, in the worst times, you make peace. You think bigger than what? You think bigger than yourself. And to the person who said they can't do that, they could do that. You're a liar. The daddy pulled up by his damn self. In them sunglasses. The daddy pulled up by himself. Let me repeat myself again. The daddy pulled up solo. Dolo, nigga. I saw it. The daddy pulled up dolo. See, this is the part y'all not gonna lie to me about. I saw it. They called the cop. It was the, what you call it? The spokesperson. Right? And I've already told you about that spokesperson. That was a mistake for them. And shout out to the lead attorney. Because the lead attorney, he talked about this a year ago. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to show y'all. Lead attorney, salute to you, brother. I'm going to show y'all what the lead attorney said on YouTube. The lead attorney told the truth about this. He told the truth. The lead attorney. Right? The lead attorney, almost 10 months ago, the lead attorney came out and he spoke about this. And I'm going to show you what the lead attorney said. You need to go watch that video right there. That first video, after y'all leave this video, that first video, the lead attorney did that video 11 months ago. Go watch that video from the lead attorney. And the lead attorney, he was not lying. He said, Karmelo Anthony's camp, worst mistake, humiliating the victim's father. 20 years for Karmelo. That's what he put 11 months ago. He said as soon as they did that, he knew he wasn't going to get no less than 20 years. The lead attorney was right. The father went up there dolo. To the person who said, you don't believe that, brother, the photos and videos out. The father went up there dolo. They made a mistake, and I don't give a damn what nobody say to me, nigga. You can't tell me no otherwise, nigga. Cause I stand on business, and I know what I'm talking about. The person they hired, right? Maybe he changed his life. And I hope and pray that that brother changed his life. But the guy that they hired, and I talked about this in the other video, here's a news report on him. This was the representation for the family. Bro, let me say something. Dominique Alexander, this ain't no disrespect to you, dog. But you should have declined to take leadership in this role because you have a criminal record, bro. And you're talking about a dude that's facing a first-degree murder charge, a youngin' and facing the rest of his life in prison. And the man, Dominique Alexander, the black man, who was the spokesman for the parents, he was the one that was speaking when Karmelo's dad tried to come in. Bro, they should have shut that whole shit down right then and had a meeting with him right then. Did you hear what I said? You, for no reason whatsoever, you should have did that, bro. Let me tell you something. That man came up there by himself, bro. The worst thing that have killed our entire society is that we ain't even willing to have a conversation. See, I'm gonna tell you something. We ain't even willing to have a conversation. That's the problem. If we can't sit at the table and have a decent conversation, where are we going? Totally believe the lead attorney was on this from the very beginning. As soon as they seen him come up there, whole entire strategy changed. Because that man's son passed away, bro. And he still came up there to extend an olive branch and to pray with you. And you rejected a man when he wanted to pray. By himself. So that put all the anger in him. Right? That put all the anger in him. Listen to what I said to y'all. Right? So what they should have did was, right? And guess what? Somebody may say, well, Ticket, the father might have been recording him. Good. That would have helped them. I would have said to the person who said it was a gag order, listen, the father went up there. This is what y'all not understanding. The father went up there. Are y'all not realizing this? That Austin Metcalf's father went to them. They didn't go to him. He went up there to them. So everybody said, never trust your enemies. Bro, let me tell you something, man. You don't even know what an enemy is unless you sit down at the table and talk. You haven't even sat down at the table to see what he was going to say. You cut that before you even said, hey, man, let's see what they got to say. Now, if they would have got to the table and he would have been talking crazy and it would have got out of control, that's something else. But here's the thing. Somebody said, oh, Ticket, he might have been trying to set him up to record him. He wouldn't have been able to set up nothing. Because as soon as he went up there and y'all said, let's have a conversation, and we sit down at the table, we explained to him respectfully our side. And then we allow him to explain his side. And our mutual situation is this. Bro, we didn't mean to do that. But we felt like we were defending ourselves because your sons approached our son. Your sons are much bigger than our son. You had a respectable conversation. Don't y'all know this? See what I'm saying? This is a problem in the real world today. This is why a lot of nations are beefing, because they don't have conversations. They're out of respect. It's always somebody trying to stand on their sack bigger than somebody else's. There's always got to be a you know what contest. No. Listen what I'm saying to y'all. I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. And to the person who said I'm scolding them, you damn right. Because you got to get this type of stuff right. Your son is fighting for his life. So let me tell y'all something. When your son is fighting for his life, you don't do stupid shit. Right? You think rationally. Why? Because your son is fighting for his life. Why? Everybody listen to what I'm saying. You fighting a murder case, a first-degree murder case. And guess who's going to do the impact statement? His father. So if you would have talked to his father and y'all still would have went to trial, and then his father would have said, look, man, we ain't really trying to push for that. We want to push for the less time. We spoke to him, blah, 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 period. But you still take that meat. You don't never duck no smoke. Right? And everybody saying no compromise on him, bro. The man came up there to them by himself. See, that's y'all problem right there. You have no conflict resolution skills. And that's the reason why you're never going to get ahead in life. Ever. You will be in the same box, doing the same circle. You're going to be going around in circles your whole life. You ain't never going to advance. Right? Like I said, if he would have came up there with a whole bunch of people, okay, I understand that. If he would have came up there with a whole bunch, I understand that. He came up there dolo. By himself. Literally, they called the cops on the man, bro. And had the man removed, humiliated the man like that. When he came up there by himself, that was a wrong move. And the dudes you had calling shots, see, y'all got all this energy for them. Do y'all got energy for the dude that they hired? Read y'all screen. This is the guy that they had that was doing their spokesperson stuff. About 5 years before Dominique Alexander founded the Next Generation Action Network, the Dallas-based nonprofit that claims to advocate for social change and equality for all races all regardless of race, right? This is their own mission. Listen to this right here. Based off his mission statement alone, you supposed to take that meeting. Y'all niggas get mad at me. I'm showing you facts. Based off their mission statement alone, read that right there outlined. About 5 years before Dominique Alexander, that's the dude who's a spokesperson, y'all, founded the Next Generation Action Network, the Dallas-based nonprofit that claims to advocate for social change and equity for all, regardless of race, religion, nationality, sex, gender, or age. He ain't say just for black folks. He said for all. So the fact that that's your mission statement, you got to stand on your mission statement through all times. And guess what? This article was in 2024. This is way before this whole situation happened. This was in 2024, way before the whole situation happened. Sometimes cooler heads have to prevail. Now watch this right here. He was arrested. Now read that line I outlined in blue, y'all. This is the spokesperson, nigga. This is the biggest mistake they made. Listen to what I said to y'all. He was arrested for causing serious bodily injury to his girlfriend's 2-year-old son. That's the spokesperson? Bro, everybody have a chance to turn their life around. Maybe he turned his life around, but I'm sorry, you're not going to be my spokesperson when my son's fighting first-degree murder, when people can go back and pull this up on your resume. Bro, don't y'all know the jury could be looking at this type of shit? Oh, that's y'all spokesperson that's out here talking down on us? Oh, he was arrested and he caused serious bodily harm or injury to the girlfriend's 2-year-old son? Man, y'all, man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. And y'all sitting up here on cap? Y'all see this right here? Y'all on cap? Dallas activist Dominique Alexander sentenced to prison. It's all up here in the newspaper. This was in 2016. Yeah, he might have changed his life. He might have, bro, we got a first-degree murder case with my son on the deal. I can't have nobody with no kind of dirt on their name. I don't care if you changed your life and became the Reverend Pastor Deacon Leon Lonnie Love Sr. Not happening. Not happening. Read the article. For nearly 2 years, Dominique Alexander has been organizing protests in Dallas, the founder of the Next Generation Action Network. Now, Alexander's going to prison. He was sentenced on Friday afternoon for 2 years for violating his probation on multiple occasions. The most recent violation occurred when he left the state not once but twice without telling his probation officer. Alexander has become one of the faces of the protest movement, right? Now, let's go down here and see what they arrested him for, right? Now, listen to this, right? Right? Hold on, y'all. Right here. Listen to this. So it already shows y'all what they arrested him for right there. Excuse me. Now let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Right here. Then it says Alexander pled guilty in 2011 and was sentenced to probation. However, he repeatedly violated those terms, and the judge did this. Then check this out, y'all. Right? In 2017, he was indicted on felony theft charges related to a 2016 business dispute in Denton County. The charges were enhanced because of a previous conviction for forgery. He pled guilty and was sentenced to 2 days in jail with credit for time served. This the guy y'all want speaking, being a representative for the family? Anybody who was a potential juror, you don't think they're going to see this shit? So they're going to say, hold on, these are the type of, bro, you had, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Then look at the next line. It gets more diabolical. Alexander was also allegedly shoved and headbutted. Listen, Alexander also allegedly shoved and headbutted his longtime partner, Kiara D. Saunders. He was subsequently indicted for continuous violence against the family. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. What are we talking about, man? Y'all niggas playing. You talking to the ticket, bro. You talking to the ticket, and they gonna tell me stop screwing down. Man, sit down and shut up, nigga. Shut up. Shit, you got a dude that's representing you that headbutting his wife, and you in a murder trial for your son. No, I'm sorry. Your son is on trial for murder. Everybody got to be clean around here. Your whole history. I'm not saying that the brother didn't change his life. I hope he did change his life. God bless him if he did. But you are not going to be my spokesperson if my son is fighting a murder beef. Straight up. And I'm not going to have that dusty ass lawyer either. To the person who says those were charges, but was he found guilty of those charges? Well, he was found guilty of the other charge. I mean, he pled guilty to the other charge. What you call it? What are you talking about? Hold on, I got it right here. Hold on. Now y'all want to say, now you want to play semantics, right? Well, let's play. Let's play semantics. Since that's what you want to do. Hold on. Since that's what you want to do. In 2011, he pled guilty. You asked me, was he convicted of this stuff? In 2011, sir, he pleaded guilty. You want to put that on screen for you? I'll put it on screen for you. I blow Keish right in your face. I showed you this. Dog. Hold on. He gonna tell me, hey, Ticket, man, come on, man. I'm telling you, man. Bro, y'all gotta cut this shit out, bro. Hold on, man. Put this on the screen. Hold on. Right? So he was indicted on that charge, family violence. I can't have, bro, listen, I'm sorry. Even if he changed, I pray to God he changed. I can't have him representing my son that's up for first-degree murder, bro. Period. He was indicted on a family violence charge, y'all. Come on, man. What are we talking about? Dallas activists. This is in 2019. So in 2016, you already had one thing. Then in 2019, they bring you up on something else. Look at this. Dallas activist Dominique Alexander was indicted Monday on a felony assault charge in a domestic violence case involving his girlfriend, Dallas court records show. Alexander, 30 years old, was arrested in April after his girlfriend, Kiera D. Saunders, accused him of pushing, choking, and headbutting her during several occasions, according to police records. Right? It was a very scary thing to be able to speak out on things that I have been experiencing, Saunders said during a press conference outside Dallas City Hall shortly after Alexander's arrest. But on November 1 week before his indictment on the charge of continuous violence against the family, Saunders asked the grand jury to return a no bill. I want no part of this prosecution, she says. I will not testify. So she refused to testify. That's why the charges were dropped. And that's in that case. Right? So even if you said, yo, man, you know, okay, cool. I see all that. No problem. I see all that. No problem. Okay, cool. No problem. No problem. Cool. I understand that. I understand y'all saying that. Cool. No problem. No biggie. No biggie, right? Cool. Right? I'm just saying. So then you had this, right? Oh, I already told y'all that, where he had the theft-related conviction. Prior convictions for theft, making a false report, and evading arrest in 2021. He pleaded guilty to a felony theft charge, right? From a 2016-2017 Denton County case. So, bro, listen, when you got that, I'm sorry. I can't have you. My son is fighting life. I don't think people understand that. Then you combine that with that dusty ass lawyer they had that didn't give a damn about him. Nah, no dice. No dice. That's a bad combination. That's a bad combination. Because guess what? It don't matter if Dominique changed his life or not. And I believe he probably did change his life. I believe he probably did change his life, but it don't matter because they're going to use that against him forever. And so when you're looking at a jury, a potential jury could have read this information on him. They could have seen him on TV did research on him, and came to their own judgment on him. That would have destroyed this family. They'd have said, oh, they got the nerve. They hired this guy too? Oh, hell nah. This they spokesperson? So, and guess what? How devious juries can be sometimes. They won't even tell you they know that information. And guess what? When you look at the jury, they had so many people around 20 and 30 years old. Man, they was looking at that shit, bro. They was looking at that shit, y'all. The jury had so many people around 20 and 30 years old. You better believe they was looking at that. They look at social media. That whole jury was looking at social media. Right? So think about what I just said. Right? And to the other person right here who said this is the reason why black people don't come together. No, this is the reason why you need to clean up all the bullshit in the community. You guys overlook stupidity, period. Right? You overlook stupidity. To the person who said they were victims. Ain't nobody said they were victims, brother. But one person lost his life. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? You understand what I'm saying? When you open your good book, regardless of what you think at night, when you open your good book, one of the 10 commandments says, thou shalt not kill. Period. Period, man. And I think he was acting in self-defense. But you have one person that's unalive. That's a kid. Have some fucking common sense, man. Have some decency about yourself and stop being a raggedy ass, heartless, gutless person, because that's not what we need to be in this world. To sit out here and spew those epithets, that's not right. That's not right. That's a kid that lost his life. And we should never celebrate no youth losing their life. A kid. Don't you know kids are different than adults? They don't process information the same. They make mistakes. And that same day they was out there on that track, ain't nobody still asking the question that why wasn't no adults out there controlling the situation? Ask yourself why ain't no adults answer that question. Why did nobody say, hey man, where were the adults at to control this situation? But y'all gonna put it on kids, and then, like I said before, bro, your young fella lost his life, man. I don't feel that shit don't sit right with me, man. Right? And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Don't nobody, because our kids do it too. And to the lady who said a bully lost his life, your son or daughter could be a bully at school and you don't know. Just ain't nobody drop dead. See, I'm gonna say that to you again, man, because it happens all the way across the board. Your daughter could be one of the ones in the bathroom egging other girls on to fight, beat each other up, treat each other like savages. Right? And the same stuff you spew out your mouth, God can have that same wrath come right back on you and your loved ones. So you better ask for forgiveness, because he definitely can bring that heat to your front step. Y'all keep talking like that. Man upstairs bring that smoke right to your front step. Then you be crying, wondering why. And he give you a reminder. Right? Humble thyself. Right? And once again, I've showed y'all this. You ain't even got to ask me. I've showed you this all over social media. I've showed y'all this 1,000 times. This is not something that we even have to argue. But the parents that is talking this stuff, the parents that are saying this stuff, let me tell you something. And it needs to be said. The truth needs to be told. Right? It needs to be told. That could be your kid right there in the bathroom, stand up on that wall, egging it on. Guess what they're a part of? Bullying. And you sitting here on YouTube running your rabbit ass mouth talking about something. Yeah, man, because see, it was 2 bullies. What about your kid that's helping the bullying and stuff going on in these schools? What about your kid that's leaning on the wall, blocking the bathroom door so these people can't get out? And you don't even know a damn thing about it, but you on YouTube running your mouth. Peep that now. So it ain't just black. It ain't just white. It's everybody. And I've showed y'all this. Y'all praise and glorify the wrong shit. Period. Right? Point blank, period. Now, you see this. Now, and I told y'all this the other day. If I was a principal, they all would have got expelled and suspended for at least everybody that's on that wall would have been out of there for 10 days. And the two dudes that fought, they getting 20, 25 days. I'm going to send a message. See? So this is what I'm talking about, the form of bullying. You sitting here acting like you all high or down. And some of y'all don't even know y'all kids at school participating in this shit. But you sitting here on YouTube being all extra crazy judgmental and stuff like that. It ain't right. Straight up. It's not right. Point blank, period. Right? So all the way across the board, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. I really wish they would have took that conversation, man. When Austin Metcalf's father went up there by himself, bro. When his father went up there by himself, y'all. I really wish they would have took that conversation, man. Sometimes you take that conversation, man, and you see where it go. If it don't go nowhere you like, okay, cool. But at least you tried, man. At that time, think about it. Your son had not been convicted. He lost his son. Right? Shit sad, man. Real talk. RIP Austin Metcalf, man. In my heart, it just feels horrific for both sides, man. For the brother Karmelo Anthony, man. Man, boy, gotta have. They gave this boy with a 35 piece, bro. And you gotta watch his mom and his family cry like that, bro. That shit break me, bro. To see both sides broken like that, right? Something, a conflict resolution could have ended like that. Conflict resolution could have ended like that. But because there was no conflict resolution, now look at everything that has happened. Look at the aftermath and everything that has happened. I'm gone, man. It's a disgrace, bro.
Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.